Hi, fourth graders. We are ready for our next math lesson, and we are on M3L11, and we are going to be connecting the area model, partial products, and the standard algorithm. And it worked out that we are on the last line of our notebook. You might already be there, and that's okay. We are going to need 2 pages today. Remember, you can always pause to get your table of contents written, and then go ahead and turn to your notes when you are ready. We're getting our notebooks quite full. All right, my friends, we have 2 pages of notes, and you can see our objective says, I can connect the area model and partial products to the standard algorithm. So what we're going to do first is look at this rectangle. Now in this rectangle, I can see the length is 200, and I see the width is 8. Now if I wanted to find the area, I remember that the area is the stuff inside of a rectangle. And so I would take 200 times 8. And maybe that reminds you when we did our area model using double digit by double digit multiplication. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at how many extra zeros there are. And I see 1, 2 extra zeros. So I'm going to write my 2 extra zeros. And then I can think about my basic fact of 2 times 8 equals 16. So the area of this rectangle would be 1,600, and I got that by doing 200 times 8. Now, let's use that same thinking, and I have a few more rectangles that are joining in. So again, I know that this rectangle was 200 times 8, and I knew that that answer was 1,600, same as above. Now as I look at these rectangles, it doesn't have a measurement on this side as the width, but I can tell that it is the same as this 8. And so if I want, I can write 8 over here to remind myself that that is the width of those 2 rectangles as well. So I want to decide what is the area of this second rectangle. Well, I'm going to do 30 times 8. I see 1 extra 0, and then my basic fact of 3 times 8. And I know that 3 times 8 equals 24. So 30 times 8 equals 240. Now, I can take my last rectangle, and I know that I would do 4 times 8. And 4 times 8 is 32. I didn't have any extra zeros. So friends, we just used the area model. And if I wanted to know the whole area of all 3 rectangles combined, I would add them together. So let's come over here and go 1,600. I'm going to be careful as I line up my place values. 240 and 32, and I will add all of those together, and I have 2 in the ones place, 7 in the tens place, 8 in the hundreds, and 1 in the thousands. And this adding together reminds me of partial products. So remember, area model and partial products are ways to show multiplication. Now we're going to look at another area model and see that this time, my problem is 316 times 4. Well, last time when we practiced area model, we had double-digit numbers. And this time I have a 3-digit and a 1-digit. So let's see how I can create an area model with these numbers. So I'm going to still put 4 down the side because there's only that one part of our rectangle. But going lengthwise, I have 1, 2, 3 parts. And look at what I have in my digit here. There are 3 digits. So I'm going to break them apart. The 3 really represents 300. That 1 represents, well, it's in the tens place, so it represents 10. And over here would be 4. So if I'm sorry, not 4. I looked at that wrong. It would be 6. So when I look, I have 316 all together across the top, broken into each place value. So now I want to find the area of each part of my rectangle. So up here I'm going to say this is 4 times 300. I see 1, 2 extra zeros, 1, 2 extra zeros, and my basic fact of 4 times 3 is 12. 1,200. Down here, what I did was I took 4 times 300. Okay. Now I'm going to do, okay, this same line is the same dimension as this side. So still again, 4 times, this space is now 10. I see 1 extra 0, and 4 times 1 is 4. That means I took 4 times 10. And now, again, this dimension is the same. It's 4 times 6 equals. And I know that 4 times 6 equals 24. So I now have the area of all 3 rectangles, 4 times 6 down here. Now I need to add them up. So I'm going to say that I have 1,200 plus 40 plus 24. Now friends, when I see it this way, I know that I would much rather write it vertically so I can check my work. So I'm going to just come over into this space and we're going to write it again. 1,200 plus 40 plus 24. And it's important that my digits are all lined up. So I have 4 in my ones, 6, 2, and a 1. So my final answer, using our area model, is 1,264. All right. Now here's the part where our objective said we are going to connect our area model and our partial products to the standard algorithm. We've spent 2 days learning that standard algorithm, so let's practice and multiply our standard algorithm. So again, 316 times 4. I'm first going to focus on my ones place. I know 4 times 6 equals 24. So I'm going to write the 4, and I need to regroup that 2. Well, I'm going to uncover the tens place and regroup the 2 on the line. Now remember, I'm going to go first. 4 times 1 is 4. And now I'm going to add the regrouped. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So I'll write a 6 in my tens place. Now I can scoot over that last place. 4 times 3, and I know 4 times 3 is 12. And because I don't have any other digits, I can write 12 here and add my comma. Friends, did our answers match? They sure did. So when I use several different strategies, that's a good way for me to check my work and make sure my answers are the same. So let's flip to page number 2 and do another practice. So this time my problem is 675 times 9. So again, we're going to use our area model to demonstrate that problem first. So I'm going to label this side. We're going to start with 600. Then this box will be 70 and 5. Because I know that this whole number represents 675. Down the side, I now have 9. Now I'm ready to multiply. So I'm going to start with 9 times 600. I'm going to look at those extra zeros that are stuck on, and I have 2 of them. Then I can focus on that basic fact of 9 times 6. And 9 times 6 is, you got it, 54. Don't forget your commas. Let's switch over this way. Now I'm going to do 9. Remember, this side is the same over here. 9 times 70. I have 1 extra 0. 9 times 70, or I'm sorry, 9 times 7 is 63. And the last one, again, this side is the same, so it's still that 9 times 5 equals 45. All right, friends, so I know I would need to add up these partial products. Let's check out this way of writing our problem. So I'm going to take these facts right up here and place them into my parentheses. So I had 9 times 600, 9 times 70, and 9 times 5. Now I'm ready to add them up, and I want to write them vertically so I can add them correctly. So 5,400 plus 630 plus 45. I was careful, fourth graders, to line up those digits. In my ones place, I had a 5. In my tens place is a 7. My hundreds place added is 10, so I'll write my 0 and regroup that 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. So the answer I received was 6,075. Now we're going to practice that standard algorithm again, and my hope is that this is the answer that we get. So I'm going to look just at the ones place first, and I know 9 times 5, and that's 45. So I'll write my 4, and write my 5, and I regroup that 4 into the tens place. Now remember, I multiply first as my step. So first I need to ask myself, 9 times 7. Well, 9 times 7 is 63. Then I add this 4. So 63 plus 4 is 67. So I'll write my 7, and I'll regroup the 6 on the line. Now I need to ask myself, well, what is 9 times 6? And 9 times 6 is 54. And then I add the regrouped number, and 54 plus 6 makes 60. Because I have no more digits, I can write 60 here. Did my answers match? They sure did, fourth graders. Now, you're going to get to choose your strategy to solve this very last one. So to practice, I'm going to try partial products because we haven't done that yet today. And so you can choose area model, partial products, or standard algorithm. So to do partial products, I'm going to say 4 times 5 to the side, and I know that is 20. Next, I will do 4 times 30. There's 1 extra 0. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 200. I have 2 extra zeros, 1, 2, 4 times 2 is 8. And then my last step is 4 times 2,000. 4 times 2,000, I see 3 extra zeros, 1, 2, 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I'm ready to add all of my partial products. In my ones, I have a 0, 4, 9, and 8. So my answer was 8,940. Now, fourth graders, if I want to be sure that I did that correctly, I'm going to choose another strategy. I'm going to practice the standard algorithm because I know that's new and I need some work on that. So I'm going to rewrite my problem. 2,235 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. I will write my 0, regroup my 2. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Regroup my 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. My answers matched each other, 8,940 in both of those ways. So now, friends, you were able to connect those 3 separate strategies all together. Nice job today.